Good evening. Let's talk Jets radio. Who's
Let's
that guy
talk
with the
this.
beautiful lighting over there? What
Yo,
is
it's
going
your
on,
boy.
dude?
It's your
What is
boy,
going on
baby.
here?
It's your boy. I can't be hyped today, man. I got a little migraine, but I'm working on it though. Nah, man, my daughter got me this, bro. My daughter just moved to Florida. They made it down there safe today. They got into their apartment today, so they're all happy. And she got me this light. And it's pretty dope, man. She's like, Dad, I watched the show, man. You looking bad out there, big fella. So you know what I'm saying? Here we go. You know what I mean? So that's just what
New
it is.
lighting, good audio. What is going on?
I mean, listen, Tyson cut the check today. I know you got yours. Got mine today. Thank you, sir.
Let's
Let's
say
do
what's
what
up
we
to the
do.
chat real quick. What's going on,
What
Tim?
up, chat?
If you didn't check it out, Tyson did a great interview with Joe Blewett prior to this, so
Absolutely.
definitely check that out. He had some good analysis on pretty much every single position. Interesting thoughts on some of the wide receivers, which we can get into later. Thoughts today on the only topic really to get into. I mean, if you want to talk about Rogers' calf, I don't really want to. I think that's a
Hey,
non-story.
listen,
I'd rather keep it
listen.
about the
Hey,
positives
hey,
with the press
hey, hey, hey,
conference and
hey,
him,
hey,
living
listen.
the dream in New York. But go ahead.
Listen, big fella. Bro, I got real nervous. I got real nervous. Hey, listen, I'm glad he's
It's
okay.
May.
But
It's May.
listen, bro. Listen. You know the one thing we know about him is he plays through injuries. He's a true leader and he leads by example. So I'm okay with that. But I'm telling you, bro, when I saw that came across the phone, I was like, yo, stop playing. Like, don't do that, big fella. So yeah, we can talk about your boy though. your
Who's my
boy,
boy? Who's my boy?
your boy, Mr. Left Tackle himself.
I don't claim him at all.
Man, come on, yo. Like, what's the? It's pointless. Listen, and this is my whole point, man. And I'm not gonna. I don't know the medical staff stuff. You know, what I mean, we know what we know, and we know what we know. So, I mean, certain stuff is certain stuff. But I want to say this right here, man. Like
Yeah.
you come into camp overweight last year. You know what I'm saying? You get mad that they put you in a certain position. They want you didn't earn the left tackle so position, so they put you at right tackle. You're complaining about you know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you could demand you play left tackle. You haven't played in 2 years. Come on, that's wild, bro. That's a lot for a guy
I
who
mean,
has to
he
produce,
essentially called out the entire organization from the coaching
bro,
staff to how, his injury was
bro.
handled, changing his positions, putting more pressure on his right knee. And like you were saying, dude, like he hadn't played for a full season. He didn't
No.
show up to OTAs last year. I know he had some stuff going on, still didn't show up to OTAs. And, he's over 400 pounds when he gets there in June. Like, if I'm on that coaching staff, I'm saying, no, like, you got to push through this shit. You're clearly not in playing shape. So, whatever happened as a result of that, like, that's on you, dude. Like, you got to be better. And it's a shame because he's been better. Nobody was talking about that. Nobody gave a shit what happened last year, the fact that he wasn't on the field for 2 years. Nobody cared. He
Nope.
looked great. Everyone was talking about his physique. He's at 342 pounds right now. He looks phenomenal. Why not
Yes,
keep
sir.
those good vibes going?
I mean, because it's you're not going to force them to play you at left tackle if you don't earn it. Number two is at the end of the day, like Brown is better at left tackle than you are right now, and that's just what it is. I would love to see this guy go into camp and win this, but I mean, prime time, I'm being honest. Are you putting your season on the line, betting on him at left tackle?
Well,
I can't do that,
your
bro. I'm just
your,
not
your
going
best
to.
five starting offensive linemen, it's going to be Dwayne Brown at left tackle, Becton at right tackle. Like you're not gonna move
Yep.
Dwayne Brown, right?
You can't move Dwayne Brown because he's never played left tackle before. I mean, right tackle before. So
Exactly, exactly,
that makes no sense. He's not going to do
exactly.
that. He'll retire first. Why would you listen? You noticed last year when we started having all that chaos because we had guys moving around, playing out of position. You know what I'm saying? Guys playing here, guys playing there. And it's different. So I don't want to put these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put these guys. I don't want to see these guys make these kind of mistakes. So what I'm looking at is listen. I mean, this is a very important season. I mean, you're gonna have a great running game. You got great receivers. You got a quality quarterback that you have to protect. I mean, and this kid, I mean, he just doesn't get it. It's not about, it's not solely about you. You in 2 years. I mean, any other organization would have gave up on you in 2 years. You haven't produced. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, you have done nothing. You know what I'm saying? You played a handful of games. You was injured. You came back, got injured again. Come on, man. So you
I,
come
I
in.
I
You
think for this year they can make it work because both sides have enough motivation and enough reasons to
oh,
try to make it work.
absolutely.
Like
It's
Becton
just
wants to
it's
get paid, the Jets want him to protect Rodgers. It's going to work out, I think, for this year as long as he keeps his mouth shut and doesn't become a distraction. But like long term, what's his future with the Jets now? Like in
exactly.
his mind, if he feels that the team wronged him, and he's worth $100 million if he has a solid season because he's a top 5 left tackle in his mind. He's not taking a pay cut to stay here, and the Jets certainly aren't giving him that money with 3 years where he's had injuries. So
Bro,
what's the future?
who's going to give him $100 million for one season? Like,
I'm just saying, if he's looking for like premium left tackle money, because in his mind, that's what he thinks he is.
No, Prime Time, I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm just saying for him, like, listen, I like the kid. I enjoy the kid. He could be a great player one day, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, your best ability is availability. You haven't been available. So now we're going into a season where everything's on the line, and you think you're just going to come in just because you're in shape this year, you ready to play this year. You know, so if you'd have done that last year, it might have been a different story. You know, we would have had this conversation. To be honest with you, I think the person who got screwed here the most was Fant. Fant played amazing, and y'all screwed him every 2 or 3 times.
I think he's still a free agent too.
Yes, sir. He has a reason to be ticked off, man. You ruin this guy's payday, man. And that's not fair to him, but and they try to compensate for you. And then to be honest with you, Lawson was giving you the business every single day.
Don't forget that.
Yep. Every single day he was giving you the business. So listen, we're going into camp, and we got some dogs in there, and we got some dogs that are seasoned now. And you got a healthy Lawson, and you got a Johnson, and you got a Clemens, and you got the kid McDonald we just drafted, man. Listen, then you got a Huff. Let's be realistic here, man. You got some dogs coming at you, and you were struggling. I'm just saying, I like Makai. I hope they get some stuff together, but let's be realistic here, man.
We're all rooting for him, but he can't be a distraction, and that's the thing.
He can't be.
And
that's
if he goes out there and he's the old Mekhi Becton from his rookie year, there's a chance he could end up playing left tackle at some point. If he's better than Dwayne Brown, and there's another option that they can move over to right tackle, or if Brown gets hurt, there's a chance he may end up there. But go out there and prove it first. Be healthy.
What's the other kid that we got from we just signed?
What, Billy Price?
Yeah, no, Billy Price. Yeah, okay.
The one from the Packers.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So you got somebody else that can step in. I mean, listen, I think he could dominate on the right side if it's in your head and you get
and not for nothing. I'll keep pounding this one. Looking at next year, if you don't think Becton's going to be here, Dwayne Brown's 38 years old. He's probably not going to be here. I don't know where Max Mitchell stands in many people's eyes. But if it comes down to it, if you do have an injury, AVT is probably your best tackle. If he could be one of your long-term solutions there, and if he's needed there this year, you can move McGovern over. He could play one of those guard spots with Tomlinson. That's something you definitely got to consider, I think.
And I think the kid that we drafted, I think he's a year away. I think that's why they drafted him. He's a year away. You let him set, you let him grow.
You think?
Hopefully he doesn't hit the field this year. I mean, you look at the kid's size and everything else, and what the kid,
I think they want him to start this year.
Nah, he's not prime time. If you look at his numbers from college, he needs time. He needs time to groom. And also, we don't know what our offensive coordinator, our offensive O-line, new O-line coach is gonna bring. He might find a way to get some of these guys motivated and ready earlier. You know what I'm saying? No one expected Mitchell to come in and play the way he did. No one did that. He was coached up really well. The kid came in ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But would Fant come back? That's the question. Would you want to come back after you got?
I don't even think they need any more depth. They have plenty of depth at this point.
Yeah, we do.
Appreciate the shout, Elmo. If you guys haven't checked out the latest NYJF, we got a shout on the Pat McAfee show, which was pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Pretty awesome. Shout out to Ed for handling that whole situation like a professional.
What is Hollywood? What is Hollywood making his debut on the show, man? I be in the chat. You be just out the controls. You don't even know.
You've been in the chat, but you've been in the chat. I haven't seen any super chats though.
Wow. That's how we do. That's how we doing it now.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
You want the prime time air.
Listen. You know what? Tyson said you was gonna change, baby. He said this.
I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there.
Wow. That's you know what I'm saying? That hurts, prime time. That hurts.
Yeah. Ed was phenomenal. He killed it on there. We posted a bunch of the highlights on the shorts, so definitely check that out.
And I want to say this right here though about Ed, man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. If you've never met Fireman Ed, I promise you, man, you cannot meet a straightforward or a real person in the world, man. This guy he's a class act, man. And I've been a fan of Ed, but when I met Ed, he didn't treat me like a fan. He treated me like family. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm a fan of you. No, baby boy. You know what I mean? Ed is that kind of guy, man. So people with the negativity and the hate, man, I have no reason why you could hate somebody who loves this team, who represents this team, who only solely cares about us. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that.
He had a reason to dislike you too after you showed up 3 hours late,
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he waited for the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's love, baby. That's love.
like you said, man, he takes time for everybody. You know, like
He
before tailgates,
does,
even
man.
during games, like he'll take your picture, shake your hand, like he'll talk
Oh,
football with you.
and
Like
he's
he's
good
just a
people,
class
man.
act all the way around, man. And he,
Yo,
and he,
him
and he
and
bleeds green, so
him and
what's
his
him not to
nephew,
like?
good people, man. Like,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Ed's a stand-up guy, man. So there
no
will be no
doubt.
Ed bashing around me. Believe that.
That's for sure. So we'll shift to the Aaron Rodgers pressure today. Again, I don't really want to talk about the calf injury. I feel like it's a non-story. It's precautionary. You know, you're not going to have this guy push it in May. There's no reason to. The bigger story is that he's here at OTAs. He's learning the playbook. He's providing that veteran leadership. He's speaking up in meetings as far as what he likes, you know, as far as the offense and the concepts and things like that. So it's like, what are your thoughts about him being here and like actually wanting to be here and taking on that leadership role?
Well, I'm going to say this prompt time. He's not speaking up at meetings. He's out there coaching on the field.
That's
And he's really showing these guys a lot, and just all the stuff that was said about him, and absolutely, I'm old now, bro. I wish I could. About 10 years ago, I'd give him a run for his money, baby. Believe that, but. He's been amazing. I mean, every bad knock and everything I said about him, I truly apologize because everything that I heard about him, he was going to be this guy. He wasn't going to be here. He has done nothing but show up. He's done nothing but embrace this team. He's done nothing but represent this team to the highest. He's done nothing but want to slay the dragon. He want to become the dragon. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the big dog. He's not scared. He's teaching these guys. He's helping these guys grow. He's helping grow the offense. You know what I'm saying? He's been nothing but a class act. You can't ask nothing for a franchise quarterback. And I'm gonna say this right here. I don't know if you've seen the clip of Zach today, right? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Listen, when you're around greatness, you strive to be greater because you
So
don't.
you're
You know what I'm
saying Zach
saying?
Wilson's going to be great?
No, I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say today, I'm
Pretty
gonna
much what
say
you just
this
said.
though.
That's what I
Zach,
heard.
no, you strive to be great. What I saw today was from Zach Wilson. I saw good footwork and I saw a really good strike with his shoulder square, foot planted in the right direction, body at the right level, good release. When you're watching someone do it correctly every day, you're gonna only get better for those who want to get better. You feel me? That's why I said, man,
You're
Aaron
all in on
Rodgers,
Zach.
huh?
You're all in on Zach. I can hear it.
Nah, nah. I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers. And prime time, I'm gonna be truly honest with you, because I gave you so much shit over this. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I'm so glad that we got him, man. I mean, it's like, it's a breath of fresh air. Like, I'm talking big shit right now. You know what I mean? I'm
That
listen.
and that's what it was all about. Like for all the years that we've suffered and all the rebuilds that we've gone through, I didn't want anything close to just average, getting by, hoping for 9 or 10 wins. Like that's exactly what Rogers was talking about during his intro presser. Like, he's coming here and automatically that bar is raised to championship level. And that's what
Yep,
everyone's talking about. We're one of, like Salah said today, we're one of those 6 or 8 teams that should be in the conversation to win a championship. There's no
yep.
excuse.
Yep, it's none. And listen, just watching him in his presser today, man. He's like rejuvenated, man. He's loving this, man.
Yeah, he's having
You know, and,
fun.
and you know and the funny thing about it is, it's like he's embracing this. Like this is an opportunity to take a team that's been down. And I'm gonna walk away. If I'm going to walk away from this, when I walk away, this team's gonna be in the better than I found it, man. You can't ask for nothing better than that, man. Aaron Rodgers has
Elmo,
been.
Elmo wants to know if he's going to get his free hug at the home opener.
Yo, hey, number one, Elmo, praying for you and your family, bro. Everything's going on with your family and stuff like that. But yeah, man, of course, man, free hugs, man. Listen, when you hug me more than 5 seconds, Elmo, you got to kick a little cash. You know what I mean? I'm just keep on with you. I told y'all, man. Listen, $5 hug, big fella hug, $20. Then y'all know, man. Ain't nothing free around here. But I'm saying I got you, Elmo. Real talk, man.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers with Elmo and his family. Best footwork I've seen from him in a while. So everybody's
Hey,
hopping back on the Zach Wilson train.
it's
And
time.
listen, like all jokes aside, I think that's exactly what we want, right? Out of the next 2 years, that he gets to just
Yep,
sit back,
learn.
work
Yep,
on his
and learn.
mechanics,
Yep,
get some confidence back too. Like
yep,
get a little bit of that swagger back. We
yep,
all know, like we've said it for 2 years, he can make every single throw on the football field. The problem has been,
yep,
what's in the ears and just learning
yep.
the offense, learning when to take a little bit of zip off, like reading defenses, all those little things. Just build on that each day and watch the great one do it. So
The prime time, that's all you can ask for. I mean, in 2 years, see where the kid is at. That's it. Listen, we get a Super Bowl. I don't care if we lose. You can start Zach for the next 10 years, and we can lose for 10 years. I won't say a word. But I'm just saying, man, it's just that point, man. Like you watch him. Oh yeah, well, I seen Woods out there today, man. Yo, listen,
Big
hey,
dude,
listen,
man.
hey,
Big
he's a
dude.
big dude. He's a big dude. And the thing about him is, you know what I'm saying, if you watch some of his cut ups, man, he's a really funny, laid back, funny guy too. He's gonna fit right in with that D line room. Listen, that D line in that D line room, bro, they listen,
A
they
lot
got
of
some
money
monsters.
invested there.
Hey, but they got some monsters over there too,
They do.
prime time. I mean, I'm
I,
gonna
I I
be
think Al Woods was really needed. Like they don't have a player
you
that can do what he could do as far as just clog in the middle, pure
yep,
run stuffer.
stop the
Like
run.
he's
Yes,
not going to
sir.
play, on pass rushing situations. He's just out there,
Nah.
third and short, goal line situations, obvious rundowns. Like he's going to clog the middle for you.
Yeah, and he's also gonna get that push so any linebacker behind him. And listen, if he's on the side with Lawson, another guy that can get through. Listen, what Joe D did so far is wonderful, man. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. It's
And I want to be. I didn't hate Derek Carr. I think he's a good quarterback. That was always my thing. Like I think he's good, but he's not taking you to that next level. Like
well,
I want to talk championship. Like we've got a young core that we're so excited about. Why not give them that guy who's actually been there, who knows what a championship caliber team should look like? And
well,
already he's setting the bar and he's setting those expectations pretty damn high.
I think when it came to Derek Carr, though, I think we all just wanted the quarterback. We didn't want to miss out on somebody. I think a lot of folks thought that the Aaron Rodgers thing wouldn't happen. It would drag on, as long as it did. But at the end of the day, we got Aaron Rodgers, and then we got a guy we didn't expect. We didn't expect the guy to be here all summer. We didn't expect the guy to be at OTAs. That's not mandatory. We got a guy out here just wanting to show up and show out. And we got a guy who wants to represent this team well. And this being who he is, man, listen, with the offensive line that we got and the running backs that we have, and I'm telling you this right here, man, our running game is going to be really, really good. Because you can't put 8 in the box. You can't bring down a safety. You can't cheat on Aaron Rodgers. What are you gonna do? You're gonna leave one of the receivers 1-on-1 with nobody over top? You're not doing that. So it's gonna be some great running lanes for these guys, man. And all these guys are going to excel really well.
Are you
Makes us
set
all
with the running back room? I know we kind of touched on that a little bit last
oh
week, but just in case Brees Hall isn't ready,
nah.
if they do want to take things slow with him, I mean, are you trying to bring in somebody else?
Nope. I'm gonna be really honest with you, man. I don't know why
Donovan Knight's
everybody's
your guy.
yeah, definitely is, bro. I love Donovan. I love Bam. I think last year when he came in, bro, like for those games he came in, bro, he played really, really well. The offensive line was by the time the end of the season they was in shambles. Can you imagine a healthy offensive line? This kid's gonna get like 4 yards carry prime time because he's a big physical, fast guy. Then you got, what I'm saying? I think Carter's gonna have a better year this year. And also the kid that we just drafted, man. I'm telling you, this kid right here is going if this kid plays, this kid is gonna be a star. It's going to be him and Hall going to be our 1-2 punch. I'm telling you, bro. This kid is like that, man. He's like that.
Not to go negative real quick, but any thoughts on the way the Jets handled that Ty Johnson situation? I was heartbroken seeing that, man.
It is, man, because you make him get the surgery, and then what I'm saying, you cut him like 2 days later. Like that was just that's kind of
Yeah.
low, and you know what's all for nothing, man. Like Ty Johnson's grown on me. You know what I mean? Like he just grown on me because he always just shows up when you need him to show up. Like that big run last year when he just threw some guys off on special teams. I mean, he did a lot of dirty work. So I think that was wrong, bro. I didn't like that. They could have put him on injured reserve or whatever. You know what I mean? Did something. Treat him with some respect. That's all.
So, unless Bam and Izzy would love to see Carter have a great start and bounce back. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're getting the Carter from his rookie year where he was
Bro.
just bouncing off of guys, you couldn't bring him down. If you're getting that guy, yeah, I'm
Man.
comfortable with him as running back one. But the guy we saw last year, I mean, he went down pretty easy. I think there was a reason that Zonovan Knight was elevated ahead of him. So, whether it was injury related, I think he had the ankle injury midseason. Maybe he wasn't 100% from that. But, if we get the old Michael Carter, that's a nice 1-2 punch. I'd be fine with that.
It didn't when Brees come. Listen, I was watching Brees run today, and I still think, man, I'm being honest with you. I don't want to see him to like week 4, week 5. I really don't. I want the kid to get healthy, get him 100% because not only the physical aspect of it, it's the mental aspect of it. To getting back to cutting and stuff like that, trusting. What I'm saying, that everything's repaired. So Dalvin. You know what Dalvin Cook is. You know what Dalvin? No, he's a June 1st cut. You know where he's going to, right? You already know where he's going to. He's going to Miami.
Where?
It's gonna be a fucking problem. He's from Miami. He's going to Miami. Listen.
I don't think he would come here though with Brees Hall.
Nah, he's not coming here. He's going to Miami. Trust me, he's going to Miami. Already done.
It definitely feels like they did Ty
Yeah.
Johnson jersey dirty, and it's a shame because they do have like a history with guys like Osemele, and I forget the quarterback, was it Luke Falk,
Oh yeah,
who had like the
yeah.
grievance and things like that. So like that's the last thing you want in this year to like have the talk be about your medical team and how they're handling injuries and things like that.
And then Beckham to come out with that. But see, listen, I think with Ty Johnson, I think either way, I mean, like this is the point that I think he would have got cut regardless. At the end of the day, you can't have that many backs. And number two, his injury, he's going to be out for the season anyway, prime time. So that's kind of the issue. So like there were times to repair it. Like if you
unless he felt that he could rehab it, I mean.
Yeah, but that's the whole season though. That Victoria injury, that's what AVT had, man. He's been out. He was out the whole season. So I mean, it's not something that this easily repairs. So did JJ Watt. Remember, he had that long ass thing on his arm, man. That's not an easy. You're a running back, bro. You got to have your arms. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into the nastiness of it, but like Ty Johnson, I feel bad because I watched his interview. I watched what he said. You know what I'm saying? And I watched him get in a cold tub, bro. His whole face just dropped. Like, yo, I take cold showers, so I know how you feel, big fella.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, buddy. But
last question, and then we'll bring some people on. Should we bring back Quan Alexander? Absolutely, yes. I can't imagine it's going to cost anything more than $3-4 million to bring him back. Looking at the depth chart right now, you could look at linebacker and safety as really being the only two holes on this defense. If everybody's healthy, possibly the only two main holes on the entire team. So, if you can get a proven starter, a proven leader from last year, a guy that brings energy, brings leadership, why not?
Yo, listen, you don't know how I feel about Quan. I definitely want Quan back. I was so scared when he went to Pittsburgh, bro. I thought he was going to sign him, bro. I was like, yo, please don't sign him, man. So I hope Quan comes back, man. I really do. And did you watch Clark's interview?
I did not.
Yo, man, really, really insightful interview, bro. He was really, really ready to go. Yo, appreciate that, man. Thanks. He was really ready to go from Baltimore, bro. Like he was ready to go. Like,
I saw the quote, that he was asking for a trade last year, right?
Yeah. He said it wasn't treating him right. Yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Still need a coverage safety though. Doesn't change it.
Listen,
him and Whitehead are too similar.
Listen, I'm hoping that they don't use him for that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're going big nickel. I think we're gonna go three safeties on the field anyway. But I will say this right here: Clark is a steal. He's a steal, bro. Yep. He's a steal for $2.5 million, bro. He's a steal. He's going to be a problem. Trust me when I tell you that.
All right, so Tyrone, you got two choices here. Do you want pain, or do you want some just good humor, lighthearted, back and forth combo?
Good humor, lighthearted. Let's start
off on a good note.
Yeah, always. I can't do the pain today, bro.
Yes.
Yo, what's up? Yo, Mr. Tim, how you doing, man? How you feeling, man?
Oh, man, I had the cancer, I had the stroke, and I'm on the road back like you wouldn't believe.
That's awesome, man.
I'm on the road back like you wouldn't believe. I'm getting ready. I'm going to crack a beer. Here's to you guys. I miss Tyson. Is it ever going to go back to the old days with the three amigos all in the same show? I mean,
I'm sure during the season we're going to have plenty of shows with all three of us on together.
It will.
We're going to try to have content almost every other night once.
Everything's so new with the graphics, the logos, the shows. Tyson does. Everybody's doing all kinds of mad good shit.
Try to branch out as much as we can.
Yeah, you're branching out. Yeah, I'm getting ready, but no, I'm on the road back. I got to get ready for the season. I got to be ready to be out there tailgating early.
You're going to be there for the opener?
Well, it's on a Monday night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm supposed to work till 5. I got to scam out of work. What time do you think you'd be getting there? Like 2, 3?
As soon as the lots open. 5 hours before kickoff.
Out there. Yes, sir.
5 hours before kickoff. Oh, so that's like what? Like 3 o'clock.
The game starts at 8:15. It'll be 3:15. Yeah.
No, I'll be that guy out there early with his bag of beers and sandwiches, looking for a tailgate man all alone.
You don't even need to bring sandwiches, dude. Tailgate Joe.
Joe is doing.
Check his page out for all the info. It's going to be an awesome time.
You'll hook up with the other people as opposed to doing your own thing this year. You think? You don't know.
That's what we're doing for the opener.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, Tailgate Joe. Yeah,
he does a phenomenal job. Yeah, I'm excited because I don't have to worry about the grill and spending an hour doing the onions and everything else. I ain't gonna hold you
and talk I ain't gonna hold you, prime time. I'm gonna need some of them onions before I head back to VA. So
I'll do them the night before, and I'll bring like a little tray.
You already know. You know what I need, man. You know what I need from you.
But still, you got to bring some beers. If you go to a party, you got to be ringing the doorbell with your elbow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the truth is gonna definitely be in the building. But listen, the most important thing is, man, I better see you and get a hug, man, and get a picture with you, man. I'm so glad you're doing good, man.
No, it's been brutal. His stroke really set me back. I mean, I'm having my first band practice this Sunday. We got a drummer and everything, so I'm like on there slowly getting back on the right track. Like I said, I'll be out there for the tailgate. You know, I got my season tickets all worked out. It's beautiful. But I have to admit that Zach Wilson throw was kind of low. Garrett Wilson had to dive to get that ball. I mean, it wasn't exactly in the wheelhouse.
That sounds more like it.
Hey, well, listen. Let's be realistic here, right? We watched him either.
Everyone's ready to trade Aaron Rodgers.
No. Let's not start that BS. I'm just saying, we're used to the kid overthrowing or underthrowing. For him to actually hit somebody in motion,
Tyrone give it to him. His 5th-year option.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, what's the other backup's name? Tim something?
Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle. Yeah, I wonder how he is, man. Let's hope you don't see him. But
so
but
Tim,
yeah,
what are your thoughts on the whole Mekhi Becton situation?
It's time. I kind of feel like it's time to move on. Distraction, kind of time to move on. But I mean, he's on the roster. They give him a chance and he exceeds. Great. You know, but it's been a long road. It's been a distraction. I'd rather just see some solid guys in there and no nonsense.
See, that's the part that I think is tricky. I mean, if he's actually a distraction where he's disrupting chemistry, kind of like, how they handled the Elijah Moore situation, where I think that ultimately played a part in him getting traded this offseason. If that's where things are at and he just doesn't want to be here or he's not meshing, with his teammates, you have no choice, I think, but to move on. But if you think you can at least make it work for this year while understanding that, hey, there still may not be a future, but he's one of your best 5 this year, I think you kind of have to make it work, right?
If he's protecting Aaron Rodgers, that's all that freaking matters, man.
Yep. If
he's protecting Aaron Rodgers and he's providing Highway 77 for other running backs to move on downfield, man, I'd be all about it. Let's give him a chance. Oh, well, yeah, thanks, NJ Lauren. Really appreciate that.
Do you think he's going to have a problem if they're moving the right tackle?
I don't know. I'm not that savvy with defensive linemen to know that. It's got to be a tough change though. What you go to high school and college, you play one position, all of a sudden they got you on another. It's got to be a tough transition.
AVT did it 3 times last year.
Yeah,
but he's good, right?
Oh, yo, listen. His biggest issue he said was it was his right knee that was hurt. So every time it don't work, be on the right side, you have to plan off with that right foot.
I see what you mean. Yeah, but he lost the weight. No, I'm praying for him to be good. I'd love to see him. Personally, I wouldn't get his jersey. I'm going to be going towards the Quincy Williams jersey with the fist pump.
Yeah,
I'm all about that's gonna be my tailgate gig this year. Is the Quincy Williams fist pump, man? There's nothing better than that.
You mean we're not going to see you gritty in the parking lot?
Probably not. I'll be doing the Quincy fist pump instead.
Okay,
probably a better choice.
That.
Yeah, I do it right now, but it takes a good 5 yards to get up and running. Then you got to throw the fist up, and I got a table, I got chairs, I don't want to break my neck, man. I'm not fully 100% back either.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yes,
but anyway, that's what I got. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all, seeing Tyson. I got his shirt on and everything. I got the other new shirt that's Become the Dragon shirt. I'm living large.
Yes,
that's
sir,
awesome, man.
Appreciate
all the support, dude. Man. Glad you're doing well.
And love you, man.
Soon, man.
Get better, man. Get better.
Will do.
Will do.
Love you guys too. I'll talk to you later.
All right, OG.
All right,
okay, bye.
Yeah, every post on Facebook, man, he is the first one to comment, man. Stand up, guy.
Yeah, Tim is the man. Always a great time at tailgates too. Always brings food. Always contributes. So next up, I guess we'll get some Payne.
Hey guys, I love the new touches to the live stream.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
I love the little tiny fireman in the corner right there. That's really nice.
I didn't even realize that the MYJF
background. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what everybody's talking about. Yeah, see, listen. If you watch NYFJ, you will see that in your background, and you will see Fireman Ed on the right side. You will see Ron on the right side. Tyson, you see Jay on the bottom of the corner.
So my bad. I got the wrong show. Shit.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what happens
no,
when you get.
yeah,
That's
so
what happens when you
so
get
what's up?
Hollywood, man. What happens when you get Hollywood? Tyson said you was gonna act funny, man. Now I see it, man. I ain't never believed it, man.
I'm just saying, 1 million impressions in 24 hours. I'm just saying. Man. Now, what's up, Vin? How you doing, bro?
How
I'm
you
good,
doing,
good.
man?
You know, I just found out this amazing fact. I found out that my family is my family and Francisco Lindor from the same place. They're
Wait,
both
what?
from Caguas, Puerto Rico.
Oh man, cool.
They're
I
from
found that
where?
Caguas.
Oh, cool.
It's about like it's a short drive from San Juan.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
You know, it's pretty cool. So I found out, but you know, honestly, I want to talk about like everybody like going like you know, sometimes this fandom just makes me scratch my head. I saw everybody go in full blown panic mode the second Rogers looked like he tweaked something. That's just like, come on, guys.
Hey, listen.
Like,
Hey,
don't
I
panic
don't.
unless there's something to panic about.
I don't blame nobody for that one there, big fella. Hey, listen. Hey, I understand. Listen, I didn't know nobody overreacted. I'm just saying. I understand why people felt the way they felt. That was scary, man. That was, you know.
I get it, but we're not even out of the month of May yet. So
Hey,
And I think that's every fan's worst fear, that, you know, in
Yep.
a walkthrough kind of practice, that, you know, something tragic happens. But again, that's the same old Jets type of thinking and mentality. So I'm not even going to go down that path.
No,
What were
honestly-
your thoughts on his press conference? We'll keep it positive, and him embracing, you know, just the dream of playing in New York and, you know, taking on the leadership role. You know, how do you feel about all that?
I like it. You know, I like the fact that, you know, he's putting emphasis on, you know, making on like all the little intricacies and details of the offense. You know, I like it. Well, I like the fact that, you know, like he's going in there, and, you know, I also like the fact that he's telling them, you know, when they had a sloppy practice yesterday on offense, that he went there, you know, he didn't yell, but he said it in a firm manner, you know, look, if you guys want to win a championship, we can't be doing this. We got to clean it up. We got to be efficient on offense. You know, he's telling them that, and you know, it's been a long time since the Jets have had a quarterback who can say that and like it means something, and you know, and the rest of the team will take it to heart.
What the thing about it is, V man, is having a quarterback, which we should have a coach that holds everybody accountable. And he's going to hold guys accountable when they don't do their job or they're not performing at the level they're supposed to. That's what having a guy like that in the building does. You're absolutely correct on that one. V man, the action man, any ghost peppers for the season?
I gotta get the plan. Yeah, I gotta pick it up, so I'll probably pick it up later this week. Also, by the way, hi Elmo. Don't want to forget that.
Well said. What are your thoughts on the whole Mekhi Becton situation?
You know what? Look, honestly, I could care less about. Look, right now, like we're gonna need him. That's the thing. We're gonna need him if we want to succeed in this season. We're gonna need him healthy and playing. It's like whether it's on the left side, whether it ends up being as a left tackle or a right tackle, we're gonna need him because.
What if he doesn't want to play right tackle?
Well, look, if he wants to get, I think, you know what, look, everybody plays this game and they're going to all want to play to win a championship. So look, you can tell them that, look, this year you can play, look, maybe you don't win left tackle this year, but look, you play here, you play right tackle for a year, maybe you win a championship, and then you can see where it goes from there.
I'm not telling them anything. At the end of the day, if you don't win that position, we're not going to negotiate where you think you should play at. I think you should have been healthy the last 2 seasons and been on the field. You could have earned that left tackle position. You know, I mean, I think they can't cater to him. Listen, you can't let something like
I get your point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, no, I understand what you're saying, V man. You want to try to, you know, coddle him a little bit, but I think at some point, man, you can't do that because, you know, you got too much at stake here, man. You can't be like, yo, listen, well, I'm gonna play left tackle, but I didn't earn it. Nah, man, you gotta earn that.
No, I'm not saying that he's not gonna hand him left tackle. I'm saying, look, you come here. Look, end of the day, there's probably no other team right now that's gonna offer you a spot that's gonna give you a chance to win a ring. There's no other team right now that he can go to right now that's going to give him a chance.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying, V man, is like if he doesn't want to play right tackle, then I would tell him that, you know, that's where you're gonna be at. If you
exactly. Here's the thing. Like I said, I agree with you, but what I'm gonna say is, look, you can either go to a loser team where you're probably gonna end up being like 6-10. I mean 6-11, or you can play left tackle, but you're gonna be sucky because There's no good team right now that's good. There's no team in legitimate contention that's in need of a left tackle. Or
He
you
might
can
go to
go.
he might go to Patriots, V man. He might go to the Patriots. Do you really hate him?
Nah, you're not going to trade it. We wouldn't
What
trade
are we
it.
talking about here?
Like this is what I'm trying. This is how I'm going to sell Makai. Look, this is how I would sell to Makai if he doesn't win.
All right, I'm a
right.
Kai Becton. Sell me.
Right, look, okay, you didn't win left tackle, but look, you got two options in front of you.
Okay.
You can go to a loser. You can go to a team that's probably going to be finishing the year under 500, play left tackle, but you can have another year missing the playoffs, or you can play right tackle, have a chance at a Super Bowl, possibly win a Super Bowl, and
What
then
gets
maybe
me
next
more
year
money? What gets me more money?
Well, I'm going to imagine having a Super Bowl ring on your finger might help you get some more money in your pocket.
Got a good point there, big fella. Got a good point there,
Being a
big
dominant
fella.
left tackle, I kind of like my chances playing left tackle. I think I'd rather go somewhere else.
Benedict, you want a ring? You really want to stick it? You really want to go to? You really want to abandon a team that's going to give you a legitimate chance at a Super Bowl?
They abandoned me. You guys played me last year when I had a bum knee. You guys abandoned me.
Someone's asking me why I'm so loud. I'm sorry. That's just the rule of thumb for Puerto Rican. I'm sorry. Deal with it.
I got paid today. So hey, Vince, let me jump in and talk to Makai. Hey, Makai, so I would say this right here. What happened was last year you came into camp 400 and some pounds, big fella, and if your ass was in shape, you wouldn't have had this problem. You probably would have won a left tackle, but you didn't. You got hurt. So you sat at home all season long doing what
I
you
wasn't
gotta
just
do,
sitting at home. I was becoming a father. I think you can understand that. That was an important moment in my life. I needed to be there.
Absolutely, and congratulations with that. But while you was at home being a father, you didn't think about getting on the treadmill to lose a couple pounds while you was there. You was eating when she was eating. That's what happened. You know what I'm
Baby's
saying?
up late.
Huh?
Baby was up late.
You got to eat because the baby up late? It got nothing to do with you. No, matter of fact, you didn't come. You came here and went back when the baby was born. So you was just there with her, which I understand. I respect that because you want to be there. I respect all of that. But you came when the camp.
Oh, God.
What happened?
Yep.
With the Patriots.
So someone said the one thing you don't say to a Puerto Rican.
Well, how old are you?
No, Boba Jet.
What?
Is it? Look at Boba Jet's comment. Highlight it.
V-Man, do you speak Spanish?
What am I?
Highlight the one that's Boba Jet.
Oh. I wonder if V-Man is Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Italian, so I am a person of mixed Puerto Rican and Italian heritage.
Yeah, you got that, Boba?
Yeah, Boba.
Like, that's the one thing that they're.
Learn today, Boba.
Do you speak Spanish? V-Man, do you speak Spanish?
I studied in school, but I never actually was able to pick it up. Part of my learning disability.
I took it for 4 years, and I was actually I could have a somewhat back and forth conversation for a few years, and then once you stop using it for so many years, it's just
you know what's
recognize words. And that's about
it. I took French because all the girls was in French class, and I remember like 3 things in French.
You would do.
No, it's like, honestly,
that's why I did it.
Honestly, the thing is, there are a few things Puerto Ricans don't like hearing. 1, you don't look Puerto Rican. 2, why are you so loud? 3, why do you always carry a Puerto Rican flag? 4, do you know Ricky Martin or J-Lo? And 5, why do you always listen to your music loud?
You remind Carmine of McLovin from Superbad. That's an excellent comment, by the way.
Yo, how do people call me when my phone is on Do Not Disturb?
So, before we let you go, do you have any music? I will give you an opportunity for 30 seconds if you want.
No, not today, folks.
All right, you're going to spare us. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey, listen, did you work on what I asked you to work on, V-Man?
Yeah, I got a couple of. I was learning some Buddy Guy.
Okay, cool. Okay, hey man, no, you said we had to work, we had to do it today. So what the Tyson gets back, right? And so you can really just show them your skills and let everybody see it. Then I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Someone says if I'm Puerto Rican, then they're the Jets quarterback. Literally, my grandmother's from Caguas, my grandfather's from Peñuelas. I know about La Puerta de Polanco. Why do I need to prove to people?
You don't
Why are
need
you
to
gonna
prove,
do this
you don't
on we
need to
on live?
prove anything.
Hey,
Be
we
yourself,
just
V,
on
man.
live.
Be
We
yourself.
on a live show. It doesn't matter, V, man. You right though, man. Have a good night, bro. Yeah.
Have a good night, brother.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Deep breath.
Ah, yeah. When you say pain, bro, you see how smooth the show started off. We just
Zach, please save us.
Zach, it's a
Look.
hard one to follow that one, Zach. I
I
don't know what you
know.
can do, Zach.
You
That's
wonder,
a hard one to
why I can't
follow.
get Tyson back on Tuesday nights.
Ugh.
Skeleton crew over here. What's up, guys?
What's going
What's
on?
up? Not a whole lot, man. I've just been actually enjoying the off season. Like, yes, we had everything with Aaron today, but like, we're just trying to like they're trying to nitpick at stuff at this point, trying to like get
They
stuff
are.
going with the
Well,
Jets. Like,
it's easy clickbait.
it is.
Any Jet injury, any player that's hobbled, you tweet it out. Even if the guy's back on the field 10 minutes later, that clip goes
Yo,
viral.
like-
that tweet goes viral for 5
Like
minutes.
Lazard.
And, it gets them what
Like,
they
like
want.
Lazard. You see what Lazard said? Yo, he was like, yo, he said, I got hit in the groin
Yeah.
area. I practiced the
Got him the
why- he said,
gonads, yeah.
He's like, why don't you guys tweet that I practiced the rest of the practice? I was 100%. But like you said, it was just them trying to clickbait to get,
A lot of the reporters actually did tweet that he was back in there at the end of practice. But of course, like the one clip that you're going to see when you're on Twitter is that Lazard got hurt and he left practice at some point. That's what people see when they log on. That does more numbers than him going back in. So
yeah.
So the shock value of the initial tweet is what everybody will see, but not the follow up or anything. So I guess start with the whole Ty Johnson thing, which is unfortunate. I did like Ty Johnson, but I think a lot of people are looking at it from the player's perspective, which obviously it sucks for him because it's his livelihood. He wants to play for the team, but the Jets also, by prescribing him and telling him to go get the surgery, I'm pretty sure they're on the hook for paying for the surgery because they prescribed it. So they're they're paying for him to get a surgery, which they did, that will allow him, once he's healed, to pass physicals and continue playing in the league. So, I mean, the way they went about it, the timing of it obviously was very shitty. I mean, he was a kind of a cut candidate anyway, even though they did re-sign him.
Yeah.
But I think that's like another thing that's like getting very overblown in a way, even though it is obviously somebody's livelihood and you got to feel for the guy. But I don't know. I am far from Puerto Rican. I am probably the whitest guy you know. Yeah, Horvath, totally a Puerto Rican last name. And then everything with like Mekhi Becton, it's like, I think he's motivated at least going in, which I guess that's all you can really ask for the guy is like, because he hasn't seen the field at all really in 2 years. And it's like, if I was to tell him anything, it's like, you have a chance to go out and play left tackle, but you got to prove that you're a better left tackle than Elijah Vera Tucker, who's mainly a guard. So if you can outplay AVT, you can earn your spot.
The thing that I don't understand is like with all the positive vibes around the team and like nobody even talking about what happened last year and how he showed up to camp, like everything was about the new Mekhi Becton. Why bring this negative energy upon yourself? Like that's what I can't figure out. Unless he's trying to send a message to other teams that he's just not happy here or he's not content playing right tackle. This isn't going to work out. Like he's just planting the seed to eventually move on.
Yeah, the timing of it too was a little weird, like after the whole Ty Johnson thing. So I think like a lot more scrutiny is now looking at the Jets training staff and their practices, which I mean, Mekhi came to camp last year out of shape and he still had the bum knee. So it's like, I can see like he should have been going half speed, if anything, but like to go into camp and think that you're going to be, you were getting beat at left tackle. Like, we're not going to keep you at left tackle. We're going to play you at right tackle. And I'm sorry that it's on your right knee, but it's like you can either try to earn a spot at right tackle or you can sit out, which, I mean, hindsight, they probably should have sat him. But, I mean, going into this year, as long as he's in shape and his knee's fine, he has every chance to earn an opportunity to play left tackle. He's got to go out and earn it, which I think he, in the end, will. I think he can beat out Dwayne Brown.
I think so.
But then who's playing right tackle?
Yeah, that's... Well, it depends. Is
Mitchell,
that rookie we had last year, Schwartz gonna be back?
If Dwayne Brown's healthy, they're paying him what, like $8-9 million bucks?
Yeah.
He's probably going to be out there. And if he's going to be out there, why have him learn a new position?
That's very true too. I mean, it's at the end of the day right now. Financially, yeah, you got to like take into that account. It's for what? Dwayne Brown's only got one more year left on his deal, I think,
This
right?
right here. This
I think
this
so.
year
Yeah.
right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it would suck.
Get to that in a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, like for 1 year, but you have Rodgers. So I mean, I think you got to just put your team in the best situation to win games. And if Makai can beat out Brown, then you start Makai. I don't care if you have a guy who's making a lot of money like as a depth player. It's like you need to do what's best for your team. And I'm not gonna say it's a win now year, but it's a year that we actually have aspirations to go not only into the playoffs but make a deep run.
No, you're absolutely correct. But the question is this though: what if he doesn't beat out Brown and he doesn't want to play right tackle? That's the kind of distraction we don't need, and that's the problem that we have. Now I think that the way Joe D kind of figured it out is he kind of figured out if he beats out Brown, you know what I'm saying. But I think it's a big if. I think you can't really count on him because he hasn't been there for 2 years. So. Listen, we have Aaron Rodgers and we have other depth there too as well. But you want the best players out there, and I know Makai can be a great player, but you haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't shown it to us.
Yeah.
Unless they're thinking about potentially moving AVT out to tackle, I don't even think there's a competition where Becton's even in consideration for left tackle.
I don't think
if Dwayne Brown's healthy, he's going to be the left tackle.
I don't think they're moving AVT anyway. I think that at the end of the day, he's a great backup to have, but I think they'd rather have him at guard. He'll be a Pro Bowl guard. You know what I'm saying? I think this that's what it is. He'll be an All Pro and Pro Bowl type, maybe Hall of Fame type guard. So you'll leave him there because when you fix one spot and make it weak somewhere else. Now if someone else gets hurt and all your backups get hurt and he's the best player you have.
Not that it's about next year. Not that it's about next year, but who are your two tackles right now for next season?
For next season,
I'm gonna say one's gonna be Mac Mitchell for sure.
One of them's Max Mitchell. Yeah, 100% Max Mitchell.
You sure about that?
Mitchell.
I mean,
before he got injured,
he was solid. He's good depth for right now.
Yeah.
So like,
and the kid we just drafted, Carter.
Yeah, Carter. Those guys are pretty raw. So it's like the fact that Mitchell went out there and still produced well for not having a whole lot of expectations is like he's one of those guys that has a higher ceiling. He just needs to get there. So that's thinking down the future. So I think he definitely has a chance for next year. And then we got to see how our rookie that we drafted does this year. I mean, we got to see how he does in the preseason, how Carter does. Warren,
he's not even going to sniff the field during the season.
No. That's good. But see, that's the best thing about it, though. Listen, because the kid, if you look at the kid, the kid he's big, he's solid, he's physical, he has good feet. I think the problem was he was getting beat on some. He was getting beat in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? So he gave him a couple of sacks and stuff like that. So you have the kid go through your conditioning, you have the kid get stronger, have the kid go through the drills, have him get better. You know what I'm saying? He'll practice. You know what I'm saying? And then the kid will improve. So by this time next year, he'll be able to step into that position if he's that guy. If that's the way they look at it prime time, because a kid like that who has that.
If you're still a win now team, you're not just inserting a mid-round rookie without any starting experience into a starting tackle spot.
But listen, next year you're gonna have like $140 million on cap money. So you go out there and buy somebody if one of those guys don't get it done. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying if that was the case, or you could set him down for 2 years, and then you know what I'm saying. I mean, if it's you in that win now mode, you'll sign the guy to come in and produce for 1 year, knowing you got somebody in the wings that can come in and produce later on. You know what I mean? So either way, but the kid could be like Mitchell and be a steal. You never know. I mean, I'm just saying, like I'm not worrying about that at the present moment, because I know that's an easy fix when you have cap money and you know what I'm saying, you can do that kind of position.
It's an easy fix, but my whole thing is that like they clearly have a window that's at least like 2 to 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And so if it doesn't happen this year, next year it's obviously going to be like kind of boom or bust. Like we got to get it done next year. We don't know if Rodgers is going to play a third year. So the thought of possibly not having a tackle on the roster, like you might have the best one in-house playing guard right now. And if there's an injury, like I'm not going to start with AVT, playing a tackle spot in training camp. But if somebody goes down, like I feel comfortable with McGovern moving over to guard. You start Tippett at center, and you got Tomlinson at your other guard. I'm comfortable.
You just can't. You should want him to play tackle. Just say that. You don't got to be. You can with all these scenarios. Just say.
Like we were saying before, though, the best starting five would be Brown at left tackle, Becton right tackle, AVT at guard. But if somebody goes down, I think he's the next best guy up.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Well, what about the kid? What about the one we just got from Green Bay? He's pretty solid, right?
He's okay. Packer
Yeah,
fans
I
don't
mean,
seem thrilled with him. He had the one really good year when it was like 2 or 3 years ago where Rodgers,
Yeah.
he kind of praised him for being like an unsung hero on that O-line. So he's versatile. He can move around, but
yeah. So I mean, listen. Listen. The most important question is who's going to be our starter center at the beginning of the season. That's the question.
I think it's gonna be
That's the
Tippmann.
question.
I hope it's Tippmann, to
Tippmann.
be honest. I really do.
Yeah. I
Because
seen
it
a lot of
just
drills today, but
allows
Governor out there
versatility.
just run. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean,
I
he's
mean,
a big dude though too. If we can get
yeah.
this kid on the field, he's a big physical guy. I mean, he's like 6'7". He's a big guy.
Yeah, I was about to say Tippmann too. It's like, yeah, he's mostly going to be the starting center, but the best part is like his size. He's prototypical. You can kind of insert him pretty much anywhere on the interior. I wouldn't say he could go out and play
Yeah.
tackle in the NFL level, but
Yeah,
you
but
could play definitely guard.
Yeah, definitely guard. Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely able to move in the line. Yeah, he's somebody. And you know what? The biggest part is like we got to notice is when we lost guys last year, the guys that came in. I think our first wave of guys that came in were decent. But the guys after that was where we started. The guys after that's where we had the problems at. This year right here, they fixed that. Like I'm going to be honest with you. We got guys. If 3 or 4 guys go down, we still got quality guys that can come in and produce and play at a high level. That's the one thing I do like about what Joe D has done.
Yeah. So I mean, the fact that we're talking about a competition for Mekhi Becton and actually having a chance just shows you that we actually have some sort of talent on our O line. It's just all about meshing and putting together. Which those guys last year at the beginning of the year were able to put it together before the injuries started happening.
Yep.
So
and you notice how good. Listen, we were 5-2 with that.
And they were wearing teams down in the fourth quarter.
They were exactly.
That was
dominating.
Brown and Pound just took over.
Listen, and we were winning without a quarterback, and we were winning with a running game.
They knew we were going to run the ball on them.
Exactly. Listen, they knew, and they still couldn't stop it. But what happened is we started getting once we had AVT go down, and we had a couple other injuries go down. Our line just each week deteriorated. By the end of the season, Brown could barely even play. So listen, that comes in fruition. But I don't want it to be like last year. Let these guys get together. Let these guys mesh together. Let these guys get used to each other, and we should have a better season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that all is going to come right back around to the question of what do you do with Mekhi Becton if he becomes a distraction? Honestly, right now, he doesn't have a whole lot of value other than being what? Yeah, not like
you can't have any distractions this year.
You can't have him. And the thing is, like, he's going to be that guy where he hasn't had the tape other than partially the first year. Like, he's not going to have a lot of value to anybody else. So he's going to have to
Having said that, though, I liked what Salah said today to kind of like try to diffuse it. He didn't try to like snap back at Becton. Like he's trying to make things work. So hopefully behind the scenes, they kind of hash it out and they all enter training camp with just a new mindset.
Right. Yeah. And of course, Salah's going to say that obviously, because obviously Salah as a coach and especially as a player's coach wants the best for Mekhi, and he wants him to go out and be on this team because obviously he's been around Mekhi and knows him. And that's Joe Douglas's deal to figure out what's going to happen in the future if, Mekhi is just going to be a distraction. So it'll be interesting to see for sure, guys.
Yep. Can't wait, man. Zach, good talking to you. Have a good night.
Take it easy, guys. Have a good night.
All right, good one.
All right, so we got 2 more as we start to wrap it up. We'll go to Keith.
Hey, fellas, what's going on? How y'all doing, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Victor? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Look, man, I just want to, before we start, I just want to say I enjoy the show. You two guys and Tyson. I watch every day. I look for the new videos to display, man. You guys are doing a great job. I love it, man. Let's go Jets.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Of course, man.
How long you been listening for?
Loving that hat.
Oh, man. Appreciate it, man. For a while, man. Let me tell you real quick, man. I know you guys said you got another caller, then you're gonna wrap it up. So I don't want to hold you too long.
You're good. No, you're good.
But let me tell you, there was a guy. I'm gonna tell this to tell you how long I've been watching. There was a guy who I saw was on here with you and Tyson, maybe like 3 years ago or so, and another African American guy, kind of bald. I think he had a bald head.
That was when we were a
Long
PG
Beach
show.
Long Beach Joe.
Okay, see, all right. So that's how long I've been watching.
Wow. You go way back to the
right. See,
that was a call-in show. Hey, you know what's funny, Keith? On that call-in show, bro, I was a regular caller, bro. I used to call in every week.
We had to boot your ass.
And look, and And now look, you on the payroll.
Yeah. You had to cut that check, baby. You had to cut that check.
Now, but
Yes,
look,
sir.
look, I know you guys asked the questions, man, but I'm gonna just say, man, I probably was with you early on, in this whole, Aaron Rodgers thing that was going on. Um, I actually wanted Carr, man, and I'm gonna tell y'all guys the truth. I know Carr being a younger quarterback with the strong arm. I know he still got 5 years at least, maybe 6 years. And I said, that's the kind of guy we probably need. That's gonna give us more years, and and Zach could still be behind that guy. And when we didn't get him, I started getting a little nervous. I'm like, we waiting on Aaron Rodgers, we losing everybody. But now that we got AR, man, I am so pumped, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm pumped.
It's a different
I'm
kind of
pumped.
vibe, right? A guy
It
that's
is, man.
been here, he's been
It
there,
is.
he's won it before. Like he knows what it takes to get there, and the fact that he actually wants to be here, like this isn't Brett Favre, who we kind of forced to come here, who
Right.
was just playing football. Like this is a guy that's actually embracing New York. That said, I want to be a New York Jet. Like that's fucking awesome, man.
And you know what, man? And it feels good to hear him say that. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yes, sir.
when you
Oh,
watch him and you hear him say, you know what? They kicked our ass, last year. It's like, yeah, this guy, he knows where he wants to be at. And it was refreshing, man, to have a quarterback of his caliber want to come here and win with us. That put me over the top, guys. And I'm gonna tell you now, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for the season, man. I know we're gonna do big things. I've been a season ticket holder since Giant Stadium, before MetLife was even existing. So I'm looking forward to probably catching some tailgates with you guys this year, man.
Absolutely, man.
I know y'all guys do it big. I know Prime is the grill master.
Chef.
So
This
yeah,
year,
I know he chefs it up.
We're hooking up with Tailgate Joe this year.
Tailgate
For,
Joe
at least
this
for
year,
a couple
man.
games. So
It's gonna be.
I'm
real,
excited
real
for that.
good.
I'm gonna kick back. I'm
Well,
gonna
listen,
drink.
I'm gonna tell you
I'll get
this,
to
man.
interact a little bit more, so it should be fun.
Everybody. Well, me including Tyson, we both felt
Right.
the same way you felt about the car situation. But I'm gonna lie to you, man.
I don't know about Tyson because he was riding Kev a little bit.
Yeah, he
You guys were
wanted-
He was riding you, Kev.
Yo,
They both
but
were.
listen, but when we got AR, though,
Right.
when we got to go,
Right.
listen, man, I can't say nothing else, man. I mean, you cannot be the way he's came in, the way he's performed, the way he's led this team, what he's been doing for these guys. There is
Right.
no complaint as a Jet fan you can have right now. There's none. We got a chance to. We got one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league who wants to be here, who's at OTAs,
Man, listen.
showing up every day and teaching. Come on, man.
And we got the players around him, and they're gonna rise. Their game is gonna rise so much higher with him in there, especially because they already was talking about in the OTA today how he was noticing different things in the offense. I think the defense was like kind of winning. And he pulled the guys over and said, listen, he saw some things. He told the guys, look, you know what? We're better than this. I know you guys could play at a high level. Let's get out here and get it. And he kind of took charge and was the leader, and everybody followed suit, man. And that's what we need, man. And that's going to be the difference. That's going to be the difference this season. Plus, now we got a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Think if we had just somebody that was capable last year, man, we'd be in the playoffs, man. And I know we've been saying that, for too long now. It's already beating the ground. But I'm just saying, man, after 6-3, 6-4, and that collapse, can I tell you something? It was the worst feeling ever, man. If we just had a half a quarterback, man, we would have did some things, man. But that's over now. We got a quarterback. What I'm saying?
Man, this is awesome.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, man. Hey, you guys, man. Appreciate the time. I know you gotta go. Love the show. Look forward to keep watching you guys, and I see y'all this year, man. At the tailgates, man.
Definitely, man.
Appreciate
we'll
it, man.
We'll
Jets up. We gonna be there. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Jets, baby.
Let's
My
go,
man.
baby. Let's go.
Let's get hype, baby. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Sir. Let's go, baby.
All right, Ty. Hey, all right, Prom. Y'all have a good one, man. Tell Tyson I said what up.
Absolutely.
hold
got
up.
you,
One
bro.
more thing. One last thing before I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I noticed y'all got two different shows. Let's Talk Jets and Talk Jets Radio.
No, it's the same show. I don't know if there's a different handle on any of the socials or whatever, but yeah, it's the
Right,
same
because
one.
I saw Tyson maybe an hour ago with a guy named Joe
Yeah,
Blewett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
every
he's
now and
on,
then
and
Tyson does some
he was under
collabs and
another name, like Let's Talk Jets, and then you guys are on Let's Talk Jets Radio, and I was like, yo, wait a
no,
minute.
he put the prime time, put the wrong banner up, bro. He ain't
Yeah,
throw
that
it
was
out.
my
All
bad.
right.
The banner that I had up is the show that I do on Thursday
Don't
nights.
tell Tyson because we don't want to hear the
Yeah.
complaints. So
Yeah,
we
that's my
good. Nah, we ain't
We
going
good,
nowhere, bro.
baby. Hey, man, one love, man. Y'all guys have a good night, man.
You too, man.
And check
Be good.
prime time
All right.
on Thursday, man. With Fireman Ed, you'll love it, bro. Trust me. Good show.
That was an awesome call. Great
Oh
call.
yes, sir, man.
Great energy.
Hyped up, man. Yes, sir.
And we'll wrap it up with the closer, Jose.
Jose, let's go.
What's going on, bro?
Not good. How are you?
Doing good, bro. How you, man?
After last night, I'm doing fantastic.
What, you enjoyed watching LeBron get swept?
That was
You
I
know
enjoyed
I
watching
did.
that.
You know I did.
that was
I
who
enjoyed
wants to watch
watching that.
Denver in the finals, man? Who wants to see that?
I
shit?
know.
Oh,
But I didn't
What was that shit you were saying about Joe Kick last week?
yo, you real talk. He ain't all that. I don't care what. Yo, listen, real talk. He not that guy. I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
It is what it is.
You
He's
see some
not.
of the shots he was making at
not
the
that
buzzer?
guy.
Get out of here with that.
Yo, that lucky ass. Yo,
Lucky.
whatever. He's
Come
not
on,
that
man.
guy. Yo, who's winning the Boston game right now? Who's winning that game? What's going
I
on?
don't know. You have it on.
29-23. End of the first quarter.
Okay, cool. Let's go Miami. Yo, Jimmy Butler, that guy though.
Yes,
that guy though.
Yes, he is. I got Miami winning it all.
They're not beating Denver.
Yes, they are.
They're not beating Denver.
You want to make a bet on that?
I'll make a bet on that. They're not beating Denver.
I'll be
Denver's
rooting for
too
the
good,
Heat,
man.
but I Denver, like, I just don't see how they. I don't know, man. But you know, the last time they played, right? They tried to go after Jokic in the locker room, right? You know that, right? Like
Oh,
when he
did they?
pushed back, yeah,
I forgot about
they
that.
went to the locker room, but they won't play. Yeah, that's gonna be a chippy little finals there if they get there. I can't believe Boston is playing like this though. Horrible, man. Horrible.
Makes me think of what the Knicks could have done. It's a shame.
Yo, what the Knicks have done? Listen,
Get
One
rid
guy.
of Julius Randle, and you'll find out.
Who's the extra
listen.
piece that you want?
Uh,
Don't even get me hyped with that
Give me
smoke about
Lillard.
Embiid. Can you imagine that? Brunson and Embiid?
Lillard.
I wouldn't mind
Lillard.
You know
that.
what's crazy? I never
Give
thought
me
Brunson was gonna
Lillard.
have that big of an impact on the team. Yo, Brunson, I straight up, man. Yo, he was the heart and soul of that team, man.
You know
I
it's going to
didn't
end up
listen.
being like Karl Anthony Towns or some shit.
Oh,
Yo, I'll take that over Randle.
Hey.
It's an upgrade, but how much?
Yo, he's an upgrade.
It's still better than, as my guy Scrap calls him, Teddy Bear Randall.
Yeah, man, he don't show up, bro.
He
He just,
plays
bro. He do. Nah, he just. You know what? He's not a number one. He's not a number two.
He's not built for the
number three.
playoffs.
He's
Yeah,
not a
then
number
you
one.
no.
When
he's a number
defense
three.
gets tight,
He's a-
that's
he's a
it's just not his
three.
game.
He can't handle double teams. He's not a number three. He's not a number two option. Number three option. The problem is you should have taken for Donovan Mitchell when you had a chance to for RJ Barrett, and then the Knicks would have been in the finals right now.
Hold on.
The Knicks would have been up 3-0. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Tyrone. I love Donovan Mitchell. He's one of my favorite players in the league. But did you see how he disappeared against the Knicks?
Listen,
Yeah, if he
Okay, but
did
I'm
that
gonna
in a
say
Knick
this, though.
uniform, we would have been roasting him.
Nah, I'm gonna say this right here. Listen, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Everybody know that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Donovan Mitchell and Brunson and Randall would have got it done. You got enough players to get it done. Plus the bench was quickly. They would have got it done. The problem is this though. Listen, he disappeared because he don't have
Yeah,
no.
shut up, let him
he don't have
talk.
no players in Cleveland.
Let Jose talk.
You would have had one guy without heart and two guys that disappeared. With Donovan Mitchell and Julius Randle.
I don't think he would have disappeared though. I listen. I just don't have enough on Cleveland to get it done. I think the way Bronson plays and the way he gets his shot off and gets to the cup, I think it'd been fine, bro. I'm telling you, you absolutely he's a superstar. Well, listen, if Portland calls for Dame and they want Randall and your boy, that's out of there. Go get me D. Go get me D, and let's win this championship. That's what we gotta do.
Pull that trigger, go all in.
Bro,
go all in.
Bro,
I want Embiid.
Listen,
I don't know if those rumors are for real or not, but if there's any way,
there's
any way that could happen.
He's not leaving from
You do not.
Hey, I don't like Giannis, but I would love to see Giannis in the Knicks uniform. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, Jose, what's up?
The same Embiid that had 6 points in a game 7.
Listen, I understand.
That Embiid.
Yes, that Embiid.
They was down by 50. What the man supposed to do? They were down by 50. Listen, you already knew that they. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Doc Rivers wasn't the reason he shouldn't have got fired. It wasn't Doc Rivers' fault they lost that series, bro.
Yes, it was.
No, they should have won Game 6, bro. This is real talk. They should have won game. It should have been over. Yeah, should have been.
Shouldn't have gone to 6.
Nah, Jose, I agree with you on that, little bro. I definitely feel you on that.
Hey, PT.
What's up?
So next week your baseball season is over, right?
Yes.
So you can come on my channel. Correct?
Correct. That should be correct. I have a couple dinners, but nothing that should be going on, at least like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like weekends, that should be good.
So let's say next Saturday, just to be safe.
I should be good for that.
All right. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. We'll be talking rapping, baseball, and football. God and women.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
So,
what else you got?
Can somebody catch me up? Because I was doing my own stream. What happened with Makai? I'm sorry, I wasn't on Twitter today.
So I forget if it was yesterday or the day before. There was an article in Newsday where Becton basically called out the coaching staff. Said that they shouldn't have had him out there playing in training camp last year. He blamed them for moving his spot from left tackle to right tackle. Said that put more pressure on his injured knee. He's insisting that he's a left tackle. Yeah.
Makai, you're the one who came in and waved the same as an elephant.
Exactly. So from the coaching staff perspective, I'm saying you got to push through this. You put yourself in this position. Yep. Like you didn't take care of your body in the offseason, so now you got to work through it. And unfortunately, that probably led to his injury.
The mother of your child was pregnant. You weren't. You don't get to have to claim it with her. Like, come on.
And that's what's a shame, though. Like the fact that we're even talking about this, like a year later, like it was all forgotten about for most fans, like because we saw a new Mekhi Becton, right? All these pictures that are coming out, he looks like a friggin' tight end right now. He's in great shape. He clearly rededicated himself. Yet, he says all these things, and now we're talking about shit that happened last year. It was stupid on his part.
Yeah.
Unless he wants out.
It was a bad look. Probably like you said, unless he really wants out.
Yeah.
Unless he sees the right. If he sees the right on the wall, he's not going left tackle. Then that might be what it is.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm ready to call Mekhi Becton out on window. Shout out to 50 Cent. And with that, guys, have a nice night. Look.
You too, man. Look forward to hopping on with you, bro.
All right, man. Love you, bro. You be good, man.
What I had to say about LeBron earlier, and with that,
I'll definitely check out.
I'm out. Later, guys.
Have a good night, man.
Love you,
all right,
guys.
man. Love you, man.
Be good.
Love you too, bro. Good.
All right, so that'll wrap it up. A little over an hour. I apologize for keeping you.
We did what we did.
You could add that to the balance with some overtime, time and a half.
Good call.
That's
Good
good.
call. Good call tonight.
Thank you to everybody that called in. Some nice calls tonight. Loving the vibes back in OTAs. Rogers talking to the media. Pretty cool. Hopefully this Becton situation dies down. Talk to you guys later. We'll be live Thursday night. We got a couple surprises in store, a couple guests. So stay tuned for that. Talk to you guys later.
Let's go. Just up, baby.